Well, everyone, let me tell you, not only do you have your boutique vinyl stores, but you also have your boutique video stores as well out there. And one of them, if you're not familiar with it, is Visual Vengeance, who has been putting out some of these indie, low-budget films with excessive amount of extras and other just massive releases and putting as much as they can into it. And we've got one of those releases today. We have Visual Vengeance's release of Kung Fu Rascals, a 90s shot on, I believe, 8mm film done by some creative gentlemen who made this kung fu fantasy film next to nothing. Use old school special effects. There's makeup. There's all kinds of really cool stuff going on in Kung Fu Rascals. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out, especially if you are a kung fu fan. It is made to be a parody of those kung fu fantasy films, complete with some bad dubbing, but also some wonderful, mind-blowing, for the budget they shot it on, special effects in here using forced perspective and stuff. And all of that comes through. I was highly entertained by this movie. And let me tell you, this release definitely, well, we'll get up close and personal with it in a minute. But let me tell you, Kung Fu Rascals, a lot of fun, a great movie. If you don't mind a low-budget Kung Fu film with tongue firmly planted in cheek, there's a lot to enjoy with this film. But what about this physical release from Visual Vengeance? Well, let's take a look, shall we? So first off, we do have our slipcover here, which is some wonderful artwork featuring our three principal actors here, our Kung Fu Rascals. And this battle, yeah, it's in there. They have a battle between two gigantic stone, like golem statues. It's impressive for them shooting it on such a low budget. Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks like old school Kung Fu fantasy film. So they have that here on the slipcover, capturing that. Such wonderful art. I love that. That's just gorgeous. And then on the spine, a little hard to read the Kung Fu Rascals font. It is a wraparound art, so you got a lot going on the spine, so it's a little hard to read that. So kind of would have liked that a little bit clearer. And then on the back, quotes from a letterbox, a summary, and talking about a bit of the film. We got 4 production stills in here. And look at this block of special features, right? Considering some of the bigger labeled stuff that we've covered here, the sheer volume of special features that Visual Vengeance puts on their discs is highly impressive. So that's the slipcover, but what does the case look like? Oh, look. It's different. See, this is why I always do a comparison, folks. It is different. Look at that. That is some fun artwork there as well for Visual Vengeance with Kung Fu Rascals. Again, yeah, see the mask here, the frog, and that's in here. They did makeup and mask effects. They have a wonderful effects in here that, I mean, yeah, they're a little bit old school and dated, but they still look fantastic. I had so much fun with their effects in here. And then the Kung Fu Rascals, still a little hard to read on the spine. Would have liked that a little bit better. And then on the back, we do have the same production stills that were on the back of the slipcover, as well as the list of special features in that. So the artwork is the same, though the text here and such is still the same. But what's also cool is it is a reversible cover. So if you want, you've got even more art if you prefer that cover for it. So how cool is that? Visual Vengeance going all out with this, giving it almost like a Criterion Collection release here with some more wonderful artwork. So yeah, I dig it. But what about inside the case? Well, you've got all kinds of extra stuff in here. First off, here's that artwork that matches the slipcover on the disc, full print and art in here in full color. Love it. Love it. And then, yeah, Visual Vengeance label. We've got in here Kung Fu Rascals label as well. A couple of them stickers, excuse me. So we've got that Kung Fu Rascals sticker. We've got Visual Vengeance sticker. We've got in here another Kung Fu Rascals sticker featuring more imagery that was featured on the slipcover, but still stickers. And then look, even more labels and such for vintage, that give that vintage feel. So you've got your extra stickers there. Oh, wait, but there's more. There's a comic book adaptation included in this. But wait, there's more. A postcard in here with the summary of the film and a little bit more information. And yet there's more. A fold-out poster of the art. Look at that shit. That right there, folks, is why I love some of these, many of these boutique releases. They go all out, and Visual Vengeance did not hold back with this. But what about the special features on here? Well, let's break it down, shall we? There's a lot. First off, we get a wonderful animated menu in here that, again, we don't see this on many of the more big name film releases, but this isn't like some cookie cutter stuff. No, they created their own animated menu for this, and it features a theme song from Kung Fu Rascals on it as well. And yeah, it just takes me back to those DVD menus that we have when DVDs were becoming very popular and they got creative with them. They got creative here as well. And those extra features, well, first, you get 2 running commentaries. One, the commentaries is from the director and cast from the film, and the other one is a super fan commentary done for this film. Folks who were very, ecstatic about it. And then there's a making of Kung Fu Rascals from a 2022 documentary. That's 2 hours long in itself. Is 2 hours. It's longer than the movie, I believe. Very interesting, going very in depth, digging up archive footage and all kinds of things for this small budget Kung Fu fantasy. Then we have the reunion of the 3 Rascals, which is about 16 minutes long, a little over. And we get to see the 3 stars come back together. They were good friends that they were shooting this film, hadn't seen each other in a while, so that was a lot of fun watching them get together and reminisce about making this film. Then Steve Wang and Les Claypool meet again. That's a 10-minute special feature, and these two, Les Claypool was involved in a lot of things in the film, both in front and behind the camera, and so they got together and seen the director and him talk about stuff as well. Again, more reminiscing and sharing behind-the-scenes stories. And Chris Gore interview, distributing on VHS, is 11 minutes, where Chris Gore talks about distributing this film, why they wanted to distribute the film initially on VHS, and how they went about getting the rights to it and everything. And yeah, that was very informational and informative if you're ever curious about how distribution worked, especially back in the day. Then there's a behind-the-scenes video diaries, which is 56 minutes long, which is basically footage that the crew and cast shot while making this movie, and it's a lot of fun to see them and their antics, and get you just even more behind-the-scenes stuff on here. There's original Kung Fu short film on here that's 13 minutes long. That was the original short film that this feature film was based off of. There's Steve Wang's short film Code 9, which was interesting to see, one of his first films, but you can see just what tools he used there in bringing it to Kung Fu Rascals. Then there's also BTS Image Gallery. There's the complete film threat video version of the article. You could actually read the article through slides that was featuring when they first released Kung Fu Rascals from Film Threat video. And then there's behind the scenes image gallery, original trailer, and Visual Vengeance with their trailers. So, man, chocked full of special features with this release, folks. Yeah, if you are at all a fan of smaller budget Kung Fu fantasy films and heard about this at all, I highly recommend it. I had so much fun looking at this, and it just gives you such an appreciation for what they did with so little. that, yeah, I had a blast and happy that it's part of my library now. So thank you so much for listening to me ramble. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that bells and whistles here. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Can only do that with your help. I appreciate the watch. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.